Hello, everybody. How's it going? Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is having a good day. It's been a busy day here because it was the first day of school, and had a busy day just with work. And it's like, oh, probably need to do a video soon. All right, so tonight I am going to be working on Elephant Baby by Ursula Michael. And this is number 1 of 2 of this pattern I'll be doing. And I am basically currently I was starting the elephant outline. Tonight I'm going to be continuing with some of the darker blue outline just to, well, actually no, I think I'll do the lighter blue because it's just going to be easier tonight. This is me, talking out loud as I try to figure things out. But yeah, I'm going to work on that elephant because really, once I get the elephant done, the rest of it's like ridiculously easy. So we will work on that. All right. So what color am I doing? I am doing 932. And this is on 14 count Aida, so I will be stitching with 2 threads. I am not a loop starter. I know a lot of people are, and I am firmly in the camp of whatever works for you is the best method. I learned at a time where loop starts were kind of discouraged. So I learned how to do, the wrap over start with 2 threads, or to bury it and anchor it in previous threads, which is what I try to do whenever possible. So I'll get my 2 threads here. And I'm going to stitch for about an hour tonight, till about 11:45, and then I'll be heading up to bed because the kiddo has to be up bright and early for the bus. And this morning was a little rough, but I'm kind of having a second wind, so I know I can still stitch for a little bit tonight. That said, I'm getting to the point where I need to get my nails redone again after, being at that hotel a couple of weeks ago, because they're just starting to get a little long and they're starting to bother me, so I'm starting to mess with them. But it's neither here nor there. All right. Okay, so we'll get this started. It's been busy here around the house. We're getting the final clutter purge done before we get photos done this Friday, with the hopes of getting the house on the market over the weekend, and then our first open house this coming Thursday, because of course not this Thursday, next Thursday, because that weekend won't be ideal for open houses with Labor Day weekend. So, and I apologize if you hear the noise of my air conditioner, but it's just a little muggy tonight. So I should probably bring this down over the screen so you can actually see me. But yeah, so a lot going on, and things are exciting, we'll put it that way. I am excited, you know, for the next chapter. I'm a little apprehensive as well, and a little bittersweet because this house has been my home for 21 years. And all of my husband and my firsts for our married life really have happened here. So, but it's time. Oh, quarter stitches. How I love thee. Come on. Nothing like doing a fractional stitch on Ada. How I did an entire Wentzler on Ada, I have no idea. But I did it. It's weird though, as we're packing up and everything, you know, and our belongings are going into boxes, and the house is kind of losing the character and the familiarity. It's a little weird to see the deconstruction, but I'm hopeful that she'll get new owners that can give her love, and hopefully she can provide another family with a good, happy life like we've had here. So, yeah, Max started school today, and he was kind of grumbly when he got home because he was tired, but also I guess none of his friends are in his classes this year, so he's a little bummed about that, but trying not to remind him that, you know, he's only going to be in this school for a couple of months anyway, before we move. But they put him in a second-year Spanish class for his elective, which was a neat trick because he didn't take first-year Spanish. So I'm not sure what's going on there. He was feeling a little overwhelmed as the teacher was speaking in Spanish, which I can understand. But apparently a lot of kids in that class were in the same boat, so I'm wondering if they accidentally mislabeled the class period. But I'm sure they'll figure it out, and I told him that, you know, if he needed help with Spanish, I took a little bit, and I have taken foreign languages before, so I can at least help him in that regard. So, okay. So that quarter stitch is a different color. And I know I'm stitching with like a yard-long piece of floss, which a lot of people say you should never do, but as you can see, I kind of ignore that recommendation. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this process with the house going, and hopefully it'll sell pretty quickly and we can get going on the next chapter. I have to confess at this point, a lot of my packing has been just like dumping whatever into boxes. I'm not even sorting things anymore. I've done so much of that and I'm just kind of sick of it. And I'm like, you know what? At this point, it can come with us and I'll do it at the next house. Because I'm just, it's like, I'm done. I don't want to do any more sorting until we get over there. I mean, if we get the house that we have a tentative acceptance on, the house is going to be significantly bigger with this newfangled development known as a closet in all of the bedrooms, which is something that we barely have now. If there's one thing that this house has always lacked, it's closets because it's old, which is one of the reasons I have the big yellow cabinet behind me that you see when I have my videos facing my face. It's an old Chinese linen cabinet for bed linens and whatnot. And it's great, you know, for cross-stitch storage. But part of that is because there is no closet in this room at all. So I am looking forward to having, if we do get the house that we have the tentative acceptance on, I am looking forward to having my own office with a closet. And the office space will be roughly the same size as the part of the room that I'm in that I have as my office. There's a whole section in front of me that I don't use. That's probably like a, oh, I don't know, about an 8 by 8 foot space maybe, because it's a long room. It's maybe about 10 feet wide, but it's essentially front to back of the house, so it's a nice long sunroom. Okay, let's see. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. The problem with these blues is that they're so close. They are a shade different from one another, but they are so ridiculously close in shade. I'm definitely a little tired tonight, but we will push through. I will at least push until 11:30. And then if I need to crash, I need to crash. But I wanted to make sure I did a video tonight, so because I haven't been good every night about getting these done in August. See, I don't even know what date it is. I will say one of the things I am looking forward to at a new house is getting back to doing more writing, both in pen friend letters, because I have a stack to get back to, and also some creative writing. I had a goal this year that I wanted to start working on the draft of my first novel, and you know, it's just been one thing after another this year, and I finally said, okay, we'll play, but we're not going to really, you know, there's no time to commit to this right now. So it's going to be tabled. But once we get settled in wherever we land, that will be one of my first orders of business, and to kind of set up a writing schedule. And I'm thinking I may eventually do some sprint work there as well. We shall see. All right, now we start going a little bit longer. Okay, so I have now I am running into the problem with using a yard of thread at a time, which is you're more prone to get knots. Let's see here. Oh, there goes that one. Okay. All right, so then I'll do 10. I'm sure, everyone has now heard the news about Dolly Parton today. I've been feeling rather sad about it. I just really admired her as a good human. She came from nothing, worked her ass off, made her money, but then always made sure to help others out that were in rougher circumstances, and never forgot where she came from. And while I don't share her faith, I admire the faith she lived. She truly lived her faith. And I'm a little sad. The world's a little bit of a darker place today. I did see her in concert many years ago. My mom and I saw her, gosh, I was probably, I want to say I was 13 or 14, maybe. 6. And we saw her at what was then Great America, which in Santa Clara, California. I think it was called Great America then, but they had an amphitheater, an outdoor amphitheater, and Mom and I went to the amusement park for the day, and then it was kind of a last minute, oh, let's see who's playing tonight. It happened to be Dolly Parton. It was like, well, then we're going to go. And she was phenomenal in concert. So much fun. All the energy, just warm and funny, and it was a great concert. So I'm very thankful I got to see her once. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I feel like I should be doing the Sesame Street version. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. All right, so 10. Actually, it is 12. So I could do the entire Pointer Sisters 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12. Why, yes, I am a little loopy tonight. How are you? So then we're going to skip one, and I'm going to put this one here. I will come back and cross those quarters in a moment. You're not sitting right. There we go. Starting to get a little loopy, so let me check my gloss here. I definitely need to get these nails redone. They're starting to get a little futzy for me. So we'll see what tomorrow afternoon brings. But I'm also looking forward to, once we move, being able to curl up and do a lot of stitching and a lot of reading. I am going to make a conscious goal to not spend quite as much money, since I now clearly know that I have way too much crafty stuff, and I have enough easily to last me for a lifetime and a half. There's no way I could stitch everything that I have. Even if I were retired and stitched full time, I don't think I could finish the stash I have. I will need to do another purge of it at some point, but I attempted to sell stuff last year, and that was a disaster and a half. So anything I do going forward, I'll probably honestly just bring to freebie tables at retreats and just let someone get lucky. Because to be honest, a lot of the stuff that I have, I probably picked up at a table myself. Oop, you don't belong there. Apparently I'm shedding into my own cross stitch. All right. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to stitching more. And if we do, if we do get this house that we have the tentative acceptance on, it's going to put me a lot closer to my local needle workshop, my LNS, which is up in Plainville, Mass, called Stitch New England. And I know that they have some open cross-stitching group nights. I'm really looking forward to being able to be a little more active with the shop. Right now, I just live just a hair too far away to like really, and also my work schedule doesn't always work with the during the week time that they have set. So I'm looking forward to being able to enjoy a little more community time. Okay, so this one we're going to just run. I need to remember to keep my stitching here and under the camera. I'm so used to like curling it up to my chest that it's like, no, you need to sit it out a little bit. Again, once I'm in new spaces, I will probably, let me get this out of the way. I'll probably set up a better like corner chair to be able to sit and stitch and have a webcam on me or something. And yeah, I've kind of enjoyed doing this stitch with me, so I may occasionally do one of these and do it like for a little bit longer and do the reverse sprint method where I do the sprint on camera and then take a break for a little bit off camera and then come back. I may try that, but that's all stuff that will happen, you know, once I'm in my new space, I think. Let's see, what else is going on in my life? Work's busy, same old, same old. Although I think I'm kind of getting to that point of the year that I feel like I'm in a little bit of better control on things. I do need to prep some stuff for a couple of clients that we have that renew their insurance this autumn. Hoping to get to that at the end of the week. I'm gonna have a cranky day here with knots. I think I got a little too overzealous with my length here. Come on, there we go. Let me get you out to the front so I can poke at you a little bit better. Most of the time, I'm pretty good at getting knots out, I have to say. It's all about figuring out, there we go, which way the tension is gone. Because usually I just, do some sort of a weird knot that goes around itself. And I'm a big fan of this Ada just because it's that super stiff cardboardy Ada that'll soften up hopefully with time. It does make it easier to stitch on, I will say. Sorry, I'm not as chatty tonight. I'm a little sleepy. Anyway, I will be back again tomorrow night from 10:30 to 11:30 for a Stitch With Me time. And then tentatively for Thursday at the same time. The trick with Thursday is that I am hosting a Stitch Along over Zoom with my embroidery guild, with the Tudor Sampler Guild, on Thursday evening, and I may be a little webcammed out, but we'll see where I'm at. Excuse me. Aside from how stiff it is, there is something to be said for how easy Ada is to stitch on. Sometimes I just like to go back to the basics. Okay, so got a dual half there. I'm just going to cheat and do that way. Okay. Oof. I do think, though, because I'm noticing my eyes are really starting to go, so I think once I finish this thread, I may wrap it for the night. I am definitely feeling the weight of the evening here. Untwist a little. 1965. Okay. Okay, we're going to continue the mouth here. All right, got that row done. And the next one in the mouth. Okay. Native fabric is so stiff. At least this elephant's going to stitch up pretty quickly here. All right, so this is the top of the mouth. Just allow me to hopefully I won't need to Okay. Almost done with this thread. Alright, so this is 3. I'm starting to go loopy. We're going to get this thread finished since I really don't have that long to go. And then I'm going to head to bed because I'm almost falling asleep stitching here. That would be an interesting live stream if I just like crashed out on my desk all night. It's so weird at this time of night because after the house was so active, you know, everyone's up in bed but me. And everything just slows down. All the cats are asleep. I'm also using a huge needle this time. I want to say this might actually be a 24 because it feels really stiff, but sometimes you gotta go with a bigger one for Ada just for the strength. You know, petites I use tend to get a little bendy. All right. Finish this row up, and then I'm going to anchor this off because I really don't need to play thread chicken. It's DMC. I can get plenty of it. All right, and that's where I will end it tonight. So, put a magnet there. Okay, so that is where I'm ending for tonight. You can definitely see the trunk is developing, and the star you see there is the little cheek star, and that's the eye right up here. So it's coming along, looking good. All right, well, I'm going to wrap up there, everybody, since it is 11:30 and I am definitely starting to fade. So have a good evening, and I will see you tomorrow night at 10:30 for another hour, and hopefully not quite as sleepy and maybe a little more chatty tomorrow night. But until then, have a good night. Bye, everybody.